So, I don't know what Topaz was thinking, but I get the feeling that maybe Asians were doing pretty much the rest of us were doing before they invented glasses, masturbating more. I was this guy with a lot of hate. I have something that I hate. I hate bums, honestly. I was actually at Spling Bar the other night, supporting a comedian who, ironically enough, is a bit of a joke to the rest of the comic community in the city. And a bum came up to us during halftime as I was spending some time with a couple of the other comedians. We were just, chatting and shit, and the bum comes up and is like, "Excuse me, have you got any change?" And everyone's like, giving him the, "Oh, I don't want to talk to the bum" look. And I just turn around and say, "Sorry, mate, we're all professional comedians here." And he goes, "Shit, sorry, I did not know." So, yeah, that's how much we're getting paid here, even the bums decide that they need to get us a sandwich and a cigarette. So, I'm sort of known around the comedy circuit as the tentacle guy. I'm not entirely sure why. Okay, yes, it may have something to do with the 5-foot rubber tentacle. However, I do other things, I have a very popular blog online that has cocktails on it. I'm not the cocktail blog guy. I run a very large pop culture convention. I'm not the pop culture convention guy. I'm not the guy that runs a science fiction bookshop. I am the tentacle guy. This may also have something to do with the fact that this tentacle follows me fucking everywhere. I'm not making that shit up as comedy. I actually do take it around. My friends know this. The other comedians know this. This tentacle comes with me fucking everywhere. It's, it's a security blanket. It's my confidant. It's an icebreaker. Sometimes secret lover. But I digress. One of the things about wandering around with, I guess, an object d'art is that, it gets noticed. For instance, a few months ago, I was having a picnic for my birthday with a rather large group of friends. Under one arm, I have my picnic blanket. On the other arm, I have my tentacle. And being at the Alexandra Gardens, just opposite the Arts Centre, there are lots of people jogging and staring, and walking their dogs and staring, and riding their bikes and staring like I'm some kind of freak and they've never ridden the Frankston Line train. And just this one particular incident comes to mind. There's like this family riding past, and there's this adorable little boy on his little bike with the helmet and little clicky-clacky things on the wheel ran past, and he's like, "Oh, gee, mister, you've got a dinosaur arm first," smack into a tree. And it's at this point that, my first reaction was to sort of run up to the kid, assess the situation, and kick him in the teeth and tell him it was a fucking tentacle! And don't forget that shit! However, that makes you a bad person. Also, his parents were around. Which is funny, because they showed an absolutely fucked up display of parentage right there. I mean, like, kudos to the dad who instantly, dismounts, fucks off the bike, "Shit! Tommy, are you okay?" The mother, on the other hand, is trying not to piss herself laughing, comes up to me and says, "Where can I get one of those?" Fantastic motherhood. Kind of reminds me of my own mother right there. But yes, as I mentioned, I run a pop culture convention. I also go to several of the other pop culture conventions to promote, as I mentioned, my bookshop and the other conventions, and a whole bunch of wacky shit I do, like the comedy. And I thought, I'd kill a couple of birds in one stone and get myself out there, and it'd also raise money for my after-convention drinks at the same time. So I kind of struck on this idea of wearing the tentacle on one arm, shake it in the other, and wandering around telling people that I had tenticular cancer. A lot of people found that quite funny. In fact, so many of them found it funny enough that they actually donated money. Which is more than you guys are doing! However, one guy did not appreciate. He comes up to me and is like, "That's not funny." Sorry, I have to "That's not funny, man." I'm like, I'm a professional comedian, I'm pretty sure it is. "No, it's not. I have testicular cancer." Actually, it's like, "I have testicular cancer." I'm like, "Well, unfortunately, you are one person amongst a group of many who is dissenting, and everyone else finds this shit hilarious, so I'm going to keep on doing it." There were people like you in the 40s. They were called Nazis. Ooh, I think my gypsy and Jewish grandparents would have had something to say about that. But, I just sort of looked him square in the eye and said, "You want to fucking fight about, mate? I don't think you have the balls. Actually, I tell a lie. I wish I'd said that. I fucking wish I'd said that. Unfortunately, I'm not quite that clever. You know, I only came up with that about 10 minutes later. I did what everyone else would do into that situation, and I got into a fucking argument with him. And, you know, like, I'm a Nazi, am I? That's right, you're a fascist. You're part of the whole corporate conspiracy with the man with your bookshop and your capitalism. Like, where the fuck do you learn terms like that? In my arts course, we were just talking about crypto-fascism. Your arts course? Jesus Christ, what am I some sort of rapist now? Because I'm also, you know, mildly heterosexual in some respects. I bet you even eat meat with an attitude like that. Yes, I do. What, you're a vegetarian? Yes, I'm vegetarian. Oh, that's really funny, because I remember that back in the 40s, there was this art student vegetarian dude called Adolf.